Hey, what's up, Blockhead? So just to preface this video real quick, you guys will see that my message is kind of all over the place. I've tried to record this video 4 times, but for some reason, I don't know why, I can't get my point across. But you guys know recently I released a bunch of videos that were on like muscle cars and stuff. And so basically this video is going over kind of my need as a creator to feel challenged and to feel creatively fulfilled. It's kind of me trying to share my thought process with you guys, but I want y'all to do me a favor, and if you could comment in the comments down below and let me know, are y'all doing what you love? You know, because for me, even though I am going out there and I'm experimenting a bit with content, at the end of the day, I'm trying to stay true to feeling that creative fulfillment and fulfilling that, I guess, kind of need as a creative, the need to feel challenged. And so I think there's kind of like a really important underlying message there, but I don't even know if I got to it in this episode. But I think, you know, hopefully there's some good points in it, and hopefully some of you guys can relate. Enough of me rambling. Let's get to it.
Oi, what's up, Block fam? Headed doing a ride up Binion Road, which you guys hear me mention pretty often. Binion Road, man, it's one of the better roads that we actually have here for riding, because it's usually not like a ton of traffic out there, and it's got some nice little sweepers and such. So yeah, I got something out there that I'm going to check out. I'm going to be super vague because it's something that's kind of like in development. Can't quite share that information with you guys just yet, but if stuff starts to pan out, I will definitely be sharing that information with you all. But on the way out there is something that I wanted to talk about, and it's actually an episode that I've tried to record 3 times now. Like, I'm not usually bad about recording, or not being able to record episodes rather. Usually, like, if I have a subject in mind, I'm able to just like kind of wing it and talk about it like off the top of my head. But I don't know why this one, like, every time I try to talk about it, I feel like I just get kind of long-winded, and then I get way off the point. So I'm gonna try and stay focused a little bit more this time around. And that subject is, do you love what you do? This episode is inspired by a few of the people that I follow, my influences, role models, you know, creators that I look up to. More specifically, Peter McKinnon, but also Casey Neistat. Oh, there's one other, I forget, can't remember his name. So yeah, I want to say probably about a month or 2 ago, Peter McKinnon posted up this video, and he actually renamed the video, but originally it was named, like, do you love what you do? One of the really awesome things about Peter McKinnon is that, like, he's crazy, just inspirational, like, very motivating. It's just the way that he talks about it, I don't know. And Casey Neistat's the same way. And so I've been watching videos from these 2 guys for, you know, a really long time, and paying attention to, obviously, like, the quality of their videos, how they do storytelling, you know, kind of the structure. And so it's like one of those things you do, just like as a content creator, is you kind of study and see what other creators are doing. And yeah, these are 2 guys that, like, I will watch every single episode that they come out with, just because they're always that good. So yeah, Peter McKinnon posted up this episode, and I'll drop a clip of the part that, like, really kind of stuck out to me.
I think something that's very important that you as a creator should make sure that you're doing during times like this is not just forcing out material that you're used to making because you feel like you should keep up with it, but use the time to dial in what you really like about making content, what really makes you love it.
So the reason that stuck out to me is because, like, as a content creator, I absolutely love what I do, right? I get to make videos, you know, within my niche, as any of you content creators out there, you know, would understand. Like, whatever your niche is, you need to have a passion for it, right? That's what's going to basically be like the foundation of your channel, is that passion that you have for whatever your niche, whatever your subject matter is. And that passion for me, that niche for me, is motorcycles, and I absolutely love motorcycles. You know, it's like such an amazing feeling to be able to be out here doing what I'm doing right now on a machine that just gives me my daily dose of adrenaline and freedom and throttle therapy. Man, if you've never done it, highly recommend it. So I do love what I do. However, do I love everything that I create?
And I'll put something out and just kind of think, I didn't really feel that one, but I did it anyway to just try and keep things moving.
I'd say that's a mixed answer. It's like a yes and a no. So like with this video that you guys are watching, it's not going to be like incredibly challenging for me. I've got the whole moto vlog, like traditional style moto vlog video like this one is. I've got that pretty much already set up, figured out, templated out, so it's, you know, real quick and easy. I've got an Adobe Premiere work file that I set up as a template, so it speeds up my workflow process. I've got hotkeys that I've like customized to speed up my workflow process, so usually a video like this I can pump out pretty quick. To me, like doing a traditional motovlog like this is more like what you would call like a talking head vlog, where somebody like sits in front of a camera and talks and tells you about something. With me, I have to be on a motorcycle. I feel like I talk better, I don't know, while riding. It's a sense of like, it opens up a different neural pathway or something. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm not fighting it. Man, this minivan's gonna kill these turns for me. Yup. Boo. The minivan, the bane of my moto existence. So yeah, I've got videos like, you know, motovlogs pretty much figured out, and I love making them and I love talking about whatever the subject may be, but it's easy and it's one of those things like it's not a challenge. And you guys know, especially like if you're a creative person, that a lot of that feeling of creative fulfillment comes from something that's like challenging, right?
Those are the types of things that'll make us as creators feel good inside. It'll satiate, such a great word, that inner artist.
It presents like a challenge to you. You're kind of stepping outside of your comfort zone. You're doing something new, whether it be like messing with new camera equipment, trying to get like better B-roll, learning new tricks in editing, anything to basically like refine your craft. That time and that energy put into, I don't know, say like getting a certain product shot or whatever it might be, like whenever you're done with that, like at the very end, and you've rendered out your final product, like that is what's like satisfying. You have to work harder for it. Thus, to me, it feels like more satisfying. You need to feel that creative fulfillment. Like the fact that like I started messing around with a GoPro on a motorcycle helmet, you know, 4 years ago, and man, this thing that I am being like super vague about in this episode is like insane to me. Like I can't believe it's a thing. Like that creativity, you know, has led to some just amazing things. Just amazing things. There are times though that it gets a bit overwhelming, you know, and it's like I feel like I don't want to edit, or I don't want to post, or I don't want to comment, or I don't want to, like, you just need a break from it. And you know, it's funny because whenever I first started doing YouTube, you know, I always looked at like these bigger channels that, you know, basically got to kind of do this for a living, and I was like, man, like that's so cool, you know, like kind of dream job or whatever. You would hear them complain, and you know, I was of the mindset like dude, like you get to do this awesome shit, why are you complaining? Having gone from that to like where I am now, and you know, pumping out consistent content for nearly 4 years, like I get it. I understand now. But that's gonna happen with like anything that you do, you know. That's not, it doesn't have to do with like whether you love it or not. Like I think it's just in human nature to like kind of grow tired of repeating the same thing over and over again and needing a break from it. You know, it's not like that you don't like it or you don't love it. It's just that like you need to kind of step back and take a break every now and then. And I've kind of discovered that. I guess that's one of the things that I've discovered along this YouTube journey. But the times that I feel the most like creatively fulfilled are those times that I try to like come up with some kind of new idea to do, like a bike reveal, or you know, I reference clips and like I do a lot of cutbacks. It's those videos that like take more time and effort, you know, putting in that time and effort and that energy, that have more of that feeling of like a payoff, you know, that feeling of fulfillment. Are any of you guys creators out there? You know, whether it be, hell, I mean, like creators, I feel like it's a very broad term. You could be like a chef and you're a creator. Hell, you could be like an accountant and you're like a creator but with numbers. You know, it's like everything I think has kind of like a form of artistry in it. You know, some a little bit more than others. Like whenever you think artist, you think like somebody that paints or somebody that draws, but I think there's artistry in everything. Luckily for me, I get to kind of really focus in on that because ever since I was a kid growing up, like I've been a I've been a creative person. I always used to have a pad of paper with like a pencil or a pen, and I was always drawing. Like there was one time I remember I just like sat down and I drew like a dresser and a couch like in the room. It was just like, what, why did I draw that? And it was like just for the challenge of it, you know, and I was happy with it. And it's just like practice. And so I guess that kind of loops back around to, you know, whenever I first started doing the moto vlogs, they weren't that good. Yeah, like I can admit, my first one, it's really funny because Captain Anna, you guys know Captain Anna, she always refers to like those first early videos as stop motion films. Like it was very choppy, like the edits were like just really chop, 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 chop. There was no downtime, there was like no time to kind of breathe in between thoughts. But I also didn't speak as well. So it's been 4 years of like basically talking to myself, you know, in this camera, which, you know, is in turn talking to you guys. But it's been 4 years of that has basically made me better at being able to like gather my thoughts and deliver them in a better way that's, you know, a little more strung together, a little more cohesive. I wouldn't say eloquent. I'm definitely not. I don't consider myself eloquent. Shade Tree Surgeon, on the other hand, man, it's funny because he's just got like this gruff image. You wouldn't think eloquent, but dude, that guy, he uses words all the time. I'm like, what? I gotta look that up real quick. Cantankerous? What the hell does cantankerous mean? Shout out Shade Tree, you guys be sure to go give him a follow. But anyways, yeah, like, I don't know, you guys post up, let me know, post down below. Do you guys love what you do? And you know, when I say guys, I mean everyone, like guys and gals. Do you all love what you do? I'm incredibly lucky, I'm incredibly fortunate to be able to do what I do, but it didn't come without hard work. I don't know, I feel like more and more people are afraid of that these days. You know, they're afraid to put in the time, put in the effort, but man, like you have to. That's your payment. That's your risk. You know, you're putting in the time and effort and your energy. You know, time is not one of those things you will ever get back. You can't buy it. Doesn't matter how much power you have, you can't get it back, you can't slow it down. So you are risking putting your time and effort and energy into something. Will it pay off? Who knows? But if it doesn't, like, at least you have that knowledge. You know what not to do for the next time around, right? So if you don't love what you do, nothing changes if nothing changes. Put forth energy, put forth effort. What was the point of this episode, man? Like, I still feel like I rambled. Man, like, this is the 4th time I've tried doing this thing, and I don't even know if my message, like, still clearly came across. Do you love what you do? I love what I do. Am I always happy with, like, the episodes that I put out? No. But I know that a lot of you guys out there, you know, find something in them, and you usually post and you show your support. And, you know, I got to tell you guys that I'm incredibly grateful for you, and I'm incredibly appreciative of that. While it might not be like the most cinematic, amazing storyline, whatever, it's just me sitting on a motorcycle, blinker, blinker, blinker. Yeah, it's just me sitting on a motorcycle, you know, cruising up and down a street, going through a park, whatever. But if there's some kind of message, if there's some kind of meaning that somebody out there can get from this episode that, like, I know isn't creatively challenging for me, it's not like fulfilling wise, yeah, it's a little, it does have a little bit of a feeling of fulfillment, but you know, hell, maybe it'll be like the catalyst, the extra little nudge that somebody out there needs to put in some extra time and effort into something that they love. And maybe it'll be like the butterfly wing, you know, the butterfly effect that helps to push them to pursue something that they actually love. I got told by a lot of people whenever I was growing up that I couldn't do stuff, and there's no better feeling than putting effort into it and proving them wrong, man. Like, that's a whole other episode that I would need to record to kind of let you guys know about my past and you know, people trying to hold you down. Dude, don't let those people win. Don't let those people hold you down. You do what you got to do. Prove them wrong, man. I hope you guys are already doing what you love, but if you're not, change some things up, because like I said, nothing changes if nothing changes. I don't know, random, kind of random, fourth try. Maybe we'll publish it, maybe we won't. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, hit that bell icon so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, ride safe, stay vigilant, do what you love. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Man, this big old truck with a fat ass in front of me, I can't speed off, so we're gonna wait a second until I make this turn up here, and then maybe we can speed off. It's funny, you guys were talking the other day, mentioning in comments, I put out a video and there was a bunch of people saying like, oh man, I didn't even realize like you were on the CBR. You're like, oh, it just doesn't feel like a Blockhead video when you're on this bike. It doesn't matter what bike it is. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.